for some reason, if I asked Ricky to go do a burglary, he would not do no crime. But then again, he'd commit a murder and then go tell 13, 14 people. I mean, it would baffle anyone. I mean, it baffles me why he did do that.
Ricky's reasons will never be known, but whatever his motivations, he wasn't alone. In the years following the Northport incident, more reports of gruesome teen murderers cropped up in suburbs across the country. In 1996, 14-year-old Barry Lukatis walked into his algebra class and killed 3 people with a hunting rifle. 1 year later, 16-year-old Luke Woodham murdered 3 people, including his mother and ex-girlfriend. In 1997, 11-year-old Nathaniel Abraham became one of the nation's youngest murder defendants when he was charged with shooting an 18-year-old with a .22 caliber rifle. And in 1999, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold opened fire on their suburban Colorado high school, killing 13 people before turning their guns on themselves. Most of these killers came from loving homes, affluent communities, good schools.
And if you look beneath the surface of those early killings, these were kids who just had a lot of anger at home. They were kind of disregarded and ignored, and different circumstances in each case, but an underlying theme of neglected kids, socially neglected kids, marginalized kids. It was no longer something we could attribute to poverty or race. It was just a general malaise and miscontent.
Today, almost 2 decades after the murder of Gary Lauwers, Northport has healed its wounds and is again a quiet, sleepy town on the shores of Long Island. The teenagers of 1984 are adults with children of their own. Jimmy Troiano has an infant son, James Troiano Jr.
It was something that happened. I mean, it was a bad thing, but life goes on. I mean, and I hope if you ever come to the same situation, think, just think before you react to anything, And if you don't have drugs in your head, you'll think a little clearer.
Today, nearly 80% of all teenage deaths are the result of some sort of violence. In the last 30 years, teenage homicides have increased by 300%, and the trend is continuing. When kids kill kids, it's easy to blame drugs, rock and roll, or even the devil himself. But those who lived in Northport in the summer of 1984 know full well that even the tidiest of suburbs can be a place where evil dwells.